Do you mind? You were watching South American arrivals.
Yeah?
There's some very ingenious weapons about these days.
Oh, hey, do you see passenger lists?
When I need to.
Well, I'm looking out for a man who was deported from this country, Lol Gallio. You don't seem interested. He's a small-time pot with small, dirty habits. Ain't you a chatterbox?
Tea, please.
I'm terribly sorry.
Did you know what that place was? A peep show. You sent me to a peep show.
I shall have to go. She doesn't want me to, but I shall have to.
It's 50p for 2 mins.
I want you to get down to the news. Ask for Noel Partridge. She'll find you the files for June, July 1964.
I've got this search and find job.
You're looking for Lol Gallio, Ponsingham property, Old Bailey. Never made the big charges stick. Oh, take the car.
You're not listening.
No, not really. What's searching for? A peep show?
That's what Madam is running there. It's the kind of customer you're working for. Haha. Good luck. This is my boy.
He's supposed to be at art school. Supposed to be staying with Father's teacher contact. Letters dutiful, but out of phase. As if he were picking up his mail only once in a while.
Discreet inquiries are requested to preserve filial trust.
Well, you just get on down to the news and tell Noel that I sent you. Here. Here, what's your game? Put your sweaty hands on me, sport.
You pay to get in here, Dad.
Get off. Keep your hands off me.
Must be perverts this time at morning.
Yeah, I'm looking for Kate's office. Why can't she have office written up on her office? Kate! Who? Look, don't give me the stuff. I'm not in the mood. I work for the woman. I'm very sorry, ladies.
It's all right, Dando. Mr. Bulman is kosher.
He just barged in.
Well, don't let people barge in. Not anymore. I did ask. There's got to be some use besides putting the girls off sex. I wonder what the racket was. Have people thinking it's a school trip. Sit down.
Somebody's going to get themselves killed out there. There's supposed to be lights, emergency exits, that sort of thing. Don't you have a fire officer coming round?
There's a fire extinguisher.
Lovely. Kate, I don't want you to use language.
I wondered what brought you here.
I found Gallia.
Yeah?
I lost him again.
Shit.
I need to know places, people. It's all a long time ago. Somebody somewhere loves him. He went through the airport on casters, and I'll tell you something else for free. There's no street corner chance of Kate, unless he borrowed the suit. He's money.
I don't know how he got that deportation lifted. I do not.
Oh, come on, all I've had so far are plane times. Who's he gonna know still?
Try the Cross Keys.
What, Surrey Docks? That's still there, is it?
How do I know? But that's who he knows. Find him, George. I need it.
You got unpleasant designs for him? Because I shan't be a party to that.
George, they chased me out of Soho with their music and dancing licence garbage. I mean, what chance have I got with my form? Once a week they'd done me for soliciting. It was a game with them. I got a nice place going here. Good word of mouth. Handy for the M4. Then he writes saying he's going to call. Only reason he ever called was for his cut. I've got a nice garden centre lined up. It's green, it's beautiful, and it smells good, George. And I want to get there in one piece.
Where did he write you? Can he find you from that address?
Not anymore, he can't. She topped herself when I told her who it was from.
Who's this now?
What's one suicide in a big city? But she knew what he meant when he says hello. Get that picture, George. I'm paying you enough. Then the Home Office can't argue that he's not here, which they do.
The very man. Be with you in a sec, Kate. No, don't go. I want a word. All right. Bit of private business. There goes.
Dirty little bleeder, isn't he? We've never seen a apprentice before.
I'm clean, Mr. Bullman. Straight up. I've got invoices. What's going on at the Cross Keys these days? Who's Sir? And what's the business?
I know nothing about the Cross Keys in any shape or form. I haven't been near.
Excuse me, but I was here first.
And if they find out I'm not bent, they won't believe my prices, will they?
You're not bent.
I've got this very handy little line going. Tally Man. Eh? Lovely catalogues, especially for the brasses.
Sure.
I would like to go.
I'll tell you what I want you to do. I want you, for money, to come down with me and give me an update on all the current exhibits at the Cross Keys. There's a possible connection with Lol Gallio, and I want him.
He's a sadist, he is.
Alternatively, I'll tell on you for being straight.
That's not nice.
11 o'clock, there, tomorrow. Anything you find out in between, phone it in.
Just Gallio you want.
Yeah?
How much?
Such greed.
I've been doing some ringing round, and I've had some return calls.
This is really very good of you.
I've talked to George. I've checked that flight. It was entirely chartered by the Instituto Amazonia, the one behind Cadogan Square. Did you know Gallio was a delegate in a trade mission?
No.
It doesn't fit. You wouldn't trust him across the road for a bag of sugar.
The man reads mad. A world turned upside down with a flick knife. And ever protesting his good intentions.
A Foreign Office spokesperson has no knowledge of a deportee attempting illegal entry on that flight. The name Gallio does not appear on the passenger list or amongst those accredited to the Instituto Amazonia. Are you listening?
Yes, I hear you. He could have a forged passport or a genuine one issued under another name. All roads lead to Deptford. Half of these streets won't exist by now.
The pubs will.
The Cross Keys. Cross Keys. The Cross Keys. Almost every report of the Gallio trials, there's some little news item on the same page. A fray, stabbing. There's even a report of a wedding reception there. On the front page. Was your news editor trying to tell us all something without finding himself in contempt?
Lucy, I've also had two callers who didn't identify themselves. One with plum, one without. They both advised me very strongly not to handle the story in my column. "22 years in newspapers and calls like that still give me the creeps. Who's interested in a vicious little backstreet ponce of 20 years ago?
Somebody is.
Yes. Lucy, you don't broadcast your business, do you? I mean, you make inquiries discreetly. You don't leave your sources with bits of information someone could piece together.
Well, no.
So who's found out you were going to be talking to me about a certain woodlouse coming out of the skirting board? One phone call to me and they know?
Kate called George. I called you.
And a man gets off an aeroplane and sinks into London with barely a ripple.
A man who seems to have friends of the heavier sort.
You do notice neither of us is using his name anymore. I don't like this fella.
Morning, George. Inspector. Taking the air?
Somebody nicked my car keys. Busy?
As busy as I want to be.
We had a report from the airport. Naughty, George.
I thought so. You still with serious crimes?
Sort of. We were wondering what your interest in the Amazonia mission is.
I've been wondering that. Now, everybody seems to know my business except me. Are you going to tell me something?
We're a trading nation. Bauxite, zinc, copper, hardwoods. Citizens from other countries must be allowed to come and go about their lawful occasions. Business confidence is a precious commodity.
Don't get too close. It's unprofessional.
It's 190 million's worth of trade.
Would that be pesos or escudos? I want my business confidence back. I'm supposed to be watching Gallio. I get the impression he's watching me.
Never heard of him.
Deported as an undesirable 1964. Ran prostitutes like other people run battery hens. Never pinned anything major on him. He's Oppo did the bird.
I'll get a note of where he is for you. That do?
Yeah.
Algiers, I seem to remember. Give me a couple of days.
I don't think anybody's got a couple of days.
It's how long the mission's in London. so leave it off, all right?
Mr. Gallio seems to be an expert at keeping a lot of people between him and trouble. Who says lay off?
Me. Next full step and you'll be lifted. You know how long you can be kept for? How do you want to spend your 2 days? Be reasonable, George.
The reasonable man adapts himself to the world.
Yes.
The unreasonable man persists in trying to adapt the world to himself.
Oh, it's a poem.
Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man.
This is the yellow card, George. Progress?
George Bernard Shaw.
He's dead.
Mr. Gallio in?
Nobody of that name, sir? Was that you on the phone? Do you mind, sir? This is confidential, limited distribution.
Where does it say that?
Yeah?
Yes, you're right. No Gallio there, is there?
Did you have an appointment, sir?
With a man who isn't there. Mr. Gallio, a moment, please.
Who is it? There is no Senor Gallio at this number, as I think I've told you before.
I've a feeling you and me's not going to get on.
Puta leche.
Ex-policeman in scuffle with trade delegate.
Is yours a big place?
Mostly antique clocks. But there's wall space to show something.
Perhaps you'd like to have a glance at my stuff. I have some here.
Student work, really. The freshness of new ways of looking at things.
Oh, I've got the freshness, all right. It's these students who are the traditionalists. Miro lives. Freshness of youth is about all I've got. Had it since 1950.
Do you get many black students?
It doesn't show in the work.
I was just wondering whether it was an area where a young black might be ambitious.
I suppose Muslims, for instance, would have family objections to cope with. Yeah, we do have one, but he's as English and as middle class as you or I.
I'm Scots.
Quite. Gregory's from St Anne's, I think. Enoch Powell in dreadlocks.
Dreadlocks.
You're looking at his work now.
Not much of it, is there?
No, he's never here. He gets through the work, though. Extraordinary output. Yeah, I don't know where he finds the models. See, we can only afford 2 life classes in a week. Perhaps he has an exciting home life. If the ability to draw a perfect circle freehand is the mark of an artist, he's an artist. Just look at him.
I'm doing.
No, you're not. Or don't you want to see any more?
Come on, just give it back. Come on, give them a start. Hey, quick, find yourself a cubicle. He's just starting. Hey, and you're not to laugh.
Well, what's going on?
The boy's going to do his bit for us, bless him. Ain't it sweet?
A strip?
Calls it an event. Go on, hurry. Here. Who are you?
Lucy.
I thought the list was full. Has somebody gone missing?
Yes.
Well, go on, then.
All of these places, all of these streets, got no light to shine up the faces, show dead meat. You pays for the smile that light up and dance. Dollar in the meter and you got yourself a glance. Light show hole that burn in the carpet. Light show ash that the Hoover don't get. Dark show the dream that always kind. Dark show the woman he got living in his mind. Dead meat, dream and the customer pay. Buy a little dark in the middle of the day.
Jesus, he's caught fire! What the hell's going on? What the hell's going on?
Yes, sir. Fire to the police. When do you get back to
Just,
down there?
come on, don't just lie there.
Gregory.
You all right? Get the first aid box.
Well, I'll send one of the girls to the chemist. What is it you want?
Burn ointment.
Get a large shoe, Stella.
I haven't got any money.
Look, the boy's hurt.
You'll have to give some money.
Oh, my God, Dando, get it out the till and put a chitty in.
Who's your friend?
Gregory.
I didn't know what was going on. Hey, you moonlighting? Yeah, if you make a habit of setting fire to yourself, you better make sure this young lady's available for the season.
Oh, dear, oh, dear. Are you looking for work, then?
No, I'm with him.
Oh, nice. You can go on the sofa in my office. I asked you not to come here.
There's some things you should know.
You found him, then?
Yes, I have. He's moved up to cruiserweight. You got anywhere you can move to? Out of here? Yeah, that's for 2 days.
No, I can't leave here.
Oh, you'll leave here, one way or another.
She can stay with me. You want somewhere to stay out of the way for a couple of days? Nobody knows where I live. Not here nor at college. My landlord would be delighted. He thinks I'm too square to turn over in bed.
I'll look after Gregory. I'm sure you've got things to do.
Well, I could see how to report to Gregory's father before, but I'm not so sure now.
Keep the change.
Oh, sorry.
Kate, does it take all night to pack an overnight bag?
Gregory's room.
Through there.
I hope I'm going to like living here.
Shall I close the Gregory file or not?
You save that one for your Sunday worry. After dinner colic.
Do you mind if I move my lips while I add up?
Rap should be here by now.
That's what it's about. The crossed keys. On the subject of the Peeperama, we've had one phone call from Kate. Will we find out where Gallio is in London and get a photograph confirming his movements for the attention of the Home Office?
Hmm.
No more?
No. Kate phoned the Home Office.
Noelle's been strongly advised not to carry a mention of Gallio's presence in London. No identification of callers.
Callers?
2 of them.
Well, why didn't you mention this?
I said I'm trying to add up. To my mind, what's important is not so much who made the calls, it's how they knew she was inquiring. Kate, us, Noelle. That's the chain. As far as we know, Gallio doesn't know where Client is.
Oh, he would have gone there. Or sent somebody.
According to information received, no one knows Gallio is in London.
Except us.
You see him, you tell me to see Noelle about him. I call Noelle, she calls you. We're the link.
Boss? Is that you? This is me. I've been thinking. I was coming round. I was on my way, really I was. And I've been desperately busy. Everybody wants winter coats while they're cheap. It'll have to be during the week. I'll give you a bell.
This is STG Research. The office is temporarily closed, but if you would like to leave a message, please wait for the tone, state your name and telephone number, and then your message. Thank you. This is STG Research. The office is temporarily closed, but if you would like to leave a message, please wait for the tone.
You wouldn't believe the number of people who use this phone to find out whether I'm in or not. Often for quite dubious reasons. I think it's the acoustic I recognise. I'm quite glad to be able to chat outdoors. Can you debug a phone? Quite delicate with a safe. Was. We think we may be bugged.
Only there's something very heavy going on, Mr. Bullman. A lot of investment, and the word is lay off.
So who's saying the word?
The boy is.
Oh, dearie me. And here's us about to say hello to them.
I'd like to leave it out, if it's all right with you. I've got a lot on.
No, it's not all right with me.
The old days was the good days, Mr. Bullman. All the porno coming into the front door to nick and then out the back. Things have changed. Something shocking. Shocks me.
This is not our Deptford friends, is it?
I would be highly offended to hear you so much as suggest it. Such devious goings-on are for the filth, Mr. Bullman. In that pub, they won't even have a jukebox or a fruit machine. Everybody was happy in them days. Now, you wouldn't appreciate this, but all the fines and the slush, they was more like income tax or business expenses.
I didn't appreciate it. I gave evidence against the porn squad. Rap, the cross keys.
Now, I never understood that. You ain't an idiot. You only like giving a security guard a good home to go to.
Look, can you get down to, Yeah, right. Now, make sure that Kate stays away from the Peeperama. Then check the comings and goings here. It's not going to be Gallio, but it's not impossible. Yeah, time's running out.
This pendulum needs a new feather, Mr. Bullman. I expect you knew that.
Well, I never. Is there no end to this man's talents? Crossing keys. Come on.
Don't talk about it.
Come on. I love this old place. Always put your hand on a villain. Anything going off south of the river, come down here and see who's missing. Lord Gallio. Right. Oh, ready to take my order now, are you? It's astonishing, the number and variety of glasses for the time of morning.
The car next to yours. Don't look now. Fireball Ferdy just got into it with a wheelman. Ferdy was carrying bottles. If Ferdy's on business, it's somebody I know.
Kate. They don't know where she is.
That Mr. Bullman is trouble. Wherever he goes, trouble. Wherever Kate goes, they know, because they keep up with Mr. Bullman. Trouble.
That was Gallio. Now, you didn't find it handy to point out Lou Gallio, which you know I'm after.
He pays better. That Mr. Bullman is trouble.
What's Gallio pay you for?
Little bits. Odd bits.
Like
Wherever he
what
goes,
bits?
trouble.
What bits?
Kate's gaff. Just as far as Hammersmith, Mr. Bullman.
Where are we going, Kate?
To see the most beautiful stretch of glass you ever saw in all your puff. Norwood, Maytown Lane. It's a garden centre. A great big one. What's more, it's mine.
A garden centre?
You don't call me no more.
Is that the way to Hammersmith? Ah, another mate for Gregory. Please come in. Gregory!
Gregory?
Hasn't he heard? Give him a shout. I think you might find that they've gone out.
Out?
Yeah, well, Kate phoned for a taxi.
Where to?
Look, I don't interfere or pry, young lady. There's no bed checks here. I hope that's clear.
Garden Centre, Maytown Lane, Norwood.
I changed my mind.
Don't you want to see what's going to happen?
A lot of phone calls.
3.
Well, 4, actually, with Kate's for the taxi. Not that one minds, of course. Feel free.
Lucy! Is Lucy here?
Are you Lucy?
Yes.
Be my guest.
Gallio's on the street with other ranks. I think he may be on Kate's tail. Now, where is she?
Look, I'm Gregory's landlord, right? Though we don't use such terms.
Yeah, I'm sorry, mister, but this is urgent.
Maytown Lane, Norwood.
I'd settle for a simple thank you.
I've got your A to Z, but I'll make sure that you get it back, OK?
Oh, great. Thanks.
He's got nothing to do with it. He's just a student. He works for me part-time, that's all.
I was looking at the lease on this. You do have my money, don't you? This garden center. You got green fingers, have you? You mustn't think that you can keep the money you earn. We never had that arrangement.
What's going on? You're working hard for a busted nose, mister.
Please, leave it alone, Gregory, please.
Gregory. Not 70%, not 60%, 50%. Is that too much to ask? And there were the overheads. The rent I paid. Your care and protection, advice on your investments, the telephone, the dog. What was his name? Sid. The maid. Hadn't been for me, you'd have been a clapped-out hoofer, doing it for nothing in suburbia. Now, I need 4 signatures. Too early. Puta! Estúpido! It can be stopped in return for 4 signatures. Hello? Angelo's had police training. I need you to sign these drafts. Your signature's already witnessed. Kate, I wrote you a nice letter on thick note paper. saying hello. And you put that gossip columnist on me, didn't you, you shabby bitch? Phone calls at the Instituto on the half hour. People outside. Everybody's saying, who is this Gallio? I had to use the back door.
Whatever I saw in
Oh,
you.
it's not the money, Kate.
Look at him, Gregory. The high flyer. Give us your money.
It's not. It is not. It is not the money, Kate. It's the monstrous ingratitude after all I've done. I don't have to slit a horse mattress for a living no more. I don't need this. Sign the papers, Kate. Kate? Sign the papers?
Kate, the fire brigade.
Oh, the fire brigade will come if there's smoke. And there's plenty of that. No garden center, but smoke. Sign, Kate.
Get away from me. Keep her away from me, Gregory.
Says Gallio's carry on. Where is he?
My bleeding dream. And he bleeding come back, didn't he?
There are 5 of them.
Did Gallio do that?
He took the lot. Everything. And don't bother with your bleeding bill. I ain't paying that.
Lucy! Lucy! I'd be on a plane by now. Was anything to do with that mess? Bit conspicuous, that.
It was him.
Yeah, and he turns into a pumpkin at midnight.
I phoned Noel.
Bit late for that, innit?
Mr. Gallio! Is it true that you are the subject of a deportation order as an undesirable?
We've got 1 hour, Mrs. Saavedra.
Yes, okay. I can handle a woman.
Would you like to make a statement as to how you got back in, Mr. Gallio?
First of all, I think that you have the wrong person.
You deny that you are Lowell Gallio. Is this because you're ashamed of your past?
Of course, if you want
Do
a
you
statement
consider
on the
yourself
scope
to
of
be
my
an
country's
undesirable?
trade, madam,
Do you have plans
are you
for
prepared to
future
listen
visits?
to what I have to
If
say?
so, under what name?
To master 13 traveling to Manhattan, contact
If you're the party that's been phoning up the Instituto, I must warn you.
Mr. Gallio, is it true that you are the subject of a deportation order as an undesirable?
What can you tell us about the fire at Maytown Lane, Mr. Gallio?
Would you like to make a statement as to how you got back in, Mr. Gallio?
Where's my attaché case?
Do you deny that you are Lol Gallio? Is this because you're ashamed of your past?
Madam, I've already told you I'm...
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Do you have plans for future visits? And if so, under what name?
Where are the keys?
Mr. Gallio, is it true that you're the subject of a deportation order as an undesirable?
Come on, sir. Come on, sir.
Mr. Gallio. Do you deny that you are Lol Gallio? Is this because you're ashamed of your past?
The gentleman's briefcase.
Muy gracias. That's enough.
I love a bonfire, don't you? Irresistible.